Hello one and all, this is Hybridsteel. Thank you very much for joining me in today's video. Today we're looking at the Bolt Cargo in Car Mechanic Simulator 2021. This is car number 9. I don't know if I'm terrified of this or not. This is the first van we've done, so we're going to bring it in now. Oh, it looks terrible. No, it actually looks like the van that gets parked outside schools to scare kids. That's just horrendous. Right, cool. Let's get it in. Righty cokey, Skip. So, I'm fearing for my... This is going to be a big job. Right, let's have a little read up, shall we? So yeah, it's been everywhere. Wow, okay. So looking at the condition of this, these people should just throw this van away. Body 38%, parts 40%, frame 39%, interior 30%. It's just a junk car, man. This is horrific. Well, as you've seen in all of my videos up to this point, the first thing we do is we drain every single bit of liquid out of this, and then we are going to be having to... I'm not looking forward to this one because I'm seeing rust like near the front. I'm seeing rust on the back suspension. It doesn't look healthy, let's put it that way. But there you go, that's the joys of people, I suppose. Yeah, it looks like I'm going to be taking apart like pretty much half this car. That's all of the liquid that's out of this car. I don't have to worry about liquid anymore. But what I do have to worry about is the fact that both ends of this suspension are just knackered beyond belief. So I'm going to take all this apart, as there are no parts to be found on the list, and we will check in a minute. Enjoy this short montage of me taking things apart with nice, calming, relaxing music. And if you are enjoying this video, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button below for all other updates. Okay, I can't get away with that any longer. I'm going to have to lift the car up. Well, van, crap heap, I know, homeless house. I'm wondering where Wade is, because like normally there's like a big like running machine on the inside, you know, Ready Player One style. Okay, cool. So, where we're up to straight away. We've taken the brake pads off, the leaf springs, the leaf spring U-bolts, all of those have come off, the rear axle knuckle housing C on both of those, the rear shock absorber B, and small rubber bushings. Literally just that entire list alone is everything that comes off the back suspension. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to the shop. Oh no. Actually no, that is everything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to order up everything off of here. And we're going to buy everything for the rear end of this car first, and then what we're going to do is we'll work through the car so you'll see it in sections. Okay, so the one thing that I will probably get comments about is that when you see this here, repair with parts of minimum condition of 58%. Now obviously I've been putting things back on the car that aren't 58%, they're below 58%. The reason why is because, in all fairness for me, it's all about time. If the parts are good enough and they're okay, that's fine. But because I've got to go through, well, pretty much the three sections of this car on my Todd, yeah. And I want to make this video a little bit shorter. If you got just a disclaimer, if you want to actually sit here and repair all of this stuff above 58%, That's up to you. I'm not going to say that it's a bad thing. It's just, for me, time-wise, it's not the greatest of things. So I'm just literally here to show you all the things that you need to take off this car and repair. You can repair it yourself up to whatever percentage you'd like, or wherever you can get it to, or you can just go out and buy all new stuff. That's all good. Cool. Right. I honestly can't even remember what I've been doing now. So they need to come apart. What I'm gonna do is, because I feel like it, I'm actually gonna make new ones of those, so we actually have like new stuff to play with. Okay, cool. So this is going to be a little bit more costly because it's a lot more parts and they're a lot more expensive parts as well. Here's the upgraded list. We've done the brake disc ventilated, the brake pads, the front springs, the front sway bar, the leaf springs, and everything else. All we got this. Oh, where is? Oh, now I know where that is. Oh my god, donut. There we go. I forgot to put these back on. I took them off going, yeah, it's only the front ones, it'll be fine. And then just absolutely forgetting I took them off altogether. See, I'm quite absent-minded as well when it comes like, oh, it's just a small thing, it'll be okay. Okay, done. So, we've got the oil filter to do and all of this. Because these are, we got the starter to do and the oil. If we do those now, right. So I need to get rid of, actually we need to make note of that. And I need that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to sell everything. And then we'll go to the shop and we'll pick up an oil filter. And yeah, I was going to say we're going to have to go to the electric shop for this one. Cool. So we've got the first bits of the engine. So we have done the front and the back suspension sections, brakes and everything else. Like I said, if I had more time and I was able to just mess around like a lot more, then yeah, I'd probably sit there and fix everything. But being that I don't really want to, it's just me in general. So what would happen is, if you completed all of the bonus tasks and bits and pieces, you would probably get like other tasks as bonuses, the task bonus and so on and so forth. At the end of the day, that's all good. It's just, for me at the moment, you know, I'm just trying to get through to show you all the stuff you need to take, and my best piece of advice would be to, well, in all fairness, to actually repair everything. You get more money for it, you get more experience for it. It's all good. So what we're doing now is we got to take off the serpentine belt and all the stuff at the front because the alternator's knackered, as you can tell, and the air filter looks like it's seen better days. It looks like it's been smoked in. And we'll take the pan off as well. And then if you look at this is the distributing cap and the filter. And for me, if a distributor cap looks like this, that means all the spark plugs and everything else is going to look that bad as well. Okay, I've had my drink. We're all good. Right, okay, so to put this into perspective, this mission it is going to take a little while, but if you've made it this far and you want to see the list again, here we are. Air filter for the car, alternator, brake discs, brake pads, you've got cam gears, clutch plate, crankshafts, and you've got crankshaft bearings, front spring, front sway bar, B, fuel filter, fuel pump, ignition distributor, cap ignition distributor, rotor, sorry, ignition wires, leaf spring, U-bolts, the oil filter, the piston rings, all of them. Basically, you need to change every single piston ring. The pistons with commons, there are 3 of those that are knackered. The rear axle knuckle housing, the rear shock absorber, the rocker arms. The rocker arms are pains in the bum. Every single one of them needs to be replaced, so we're going to have to do that. Then it's all the rod caps, the rubber bushings for the car, for parts of the suspension, everything else. The serpentine belt, the small rubber bushings, and the spark plugs. And then the starter, and then it's just down to the timing chain, the valve push rods. Every single one of those valve push rods needs to be done. The wheel hub bearing and the wheel hub bearing. Basically, half an engine needs to be replaced. And at the end of the day, it's a ridiculous amount. So I've got to do an entire shopping list of every single part that is in front of me right now, and then I'm going to have to put it all back into the car. This is going to be expensive. Right, so what I'm going to try and do is lighten the load a bit. I'm going to try and repair some of this so I don't have to buy it all. Okay, so I've repaired as much as I could to take the strain off of this, but a lot of this is still going to be needed, let's put it that way. So anything that's yellow, red or orange, I'm going to have to buy new. Thankfully I repaired the engine block instead of having to buy a new one, because the new one of this one is like 1500. Thankfully I repaired it for like 100. So yeah, I'm going to build a shopping list, and then I'm going to stick it all back in the car, and then they're going to call it done. But this is a long mission, so yeah, I'm going to try and make this as quick as possible. That's everything bought from the shop, everything to fill this black void of where the engine used to be. As said, thankfully we got the repair station. We were able to save ourselves a pretty penny. I mean, that engine block alone is well, it's expensive. So getting rid of all of that cost and actually repairing it ourselves isn't that bad. It just takes a bit longer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to whack all this together. If you're still watching, thank you very much. Don't forget to hit the like button. I'm going to put all this back together. You're going to be sitting there watching a montage of rushly done jobs and chill out with some good music. Actually, well, it's the same music track I use in every video, so it's all good. Alright, okay, that took a bloody long time. Right, so if you are still here, thank you very much for kicking by. So, we've got 8 pages of notes for you guys if you really want to go through them all. You've got the air filter, alternator, brake disc ventilator, and 4 brake pads. The cam gear VHOHV, the clutch plate, the crankshaft VHOHVF, and the crankshaft bearing cap. That's page 1. Oh, I haven't put the fuel pump back in, but that's because it's... yeah, okay. Let me just go and do that first, then we'll rectify all that crap. Right, hokey, cokey, chokey, cokey, mokey, lokey, and any other word that rhymes with okey. Alright, so this is page 1 of all the bits and pieces that you can get in this car, van, thing, right? You've got the air filter VHOHV, the alternator, I6B, the brake disc ventilated, both of those, the 4 brake pads and the cam gear VHOHV, and the clutch plate, the crankshaft VHOVHVF, and the crankshaft bearing cap. Then you've got the crankshaft bearing cap, the crankshaft bearing cap, front spring, front sway bar B, fuel filter pump, fuel pump, ignition distributor cap, ignition distributor rotor, ignition wires VHOVF, and leaf springs. 4 leaf spring, a U-bolts, oil filter, and lots of piston rings, lots and lots of piston a lot of conrods, and the rear axle knuckle housing F, and the rear shock absorber B, and the rocker arms, and the rubber bushings, and the rod caps. The list is massive on this kit, and it's all like repeated stuff because most of it is all engine based, and that was the problem with a lot of this. It was a lot of engine stuff, and it's a lot of small parts. Like every rocker arm and every rocker piece had to be redone, which was a time consuming waste of my life. And this is why I said I wouldn't put all my efforts into repairing everything, because there's just too much to repair. Now what I get the luxury task of basically filling up the liquids, and then we're done, basically. Just to put it into perspective, this mission has taken me 1 hour and 7 minutes, and you've seen it in the click of a flash, probably around 20. I want to say this is probably going to be like a 20-minute video. So if it's less than that, let me know down in the comment section below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. There we go. Alright, so that's everything done. Everything. Now I know the car still looks like something that could scare kids outside of a school, but it's all good. It's a solid van and should go for another couple of years before the rats infest it and it just falls to pieces. The joys of old school tech, I suppose. Let's have a look at all this. Yeah, well, only 7 grand total payout, but I mean, we've got to admit, I mean, we've only spent about 4 grand doing parts, so it's actually not that bad. We're getting £3,000 profit. I'm going to go and splash it out on a beer, I think, because, yeah, that was a big job. But anyways, that's been, let me just sell everything off. I want to see how much we're getting back on rebate. Not too shabby, 16.3. Alright guys, if you have enjoyed this video, if it has been really helpful to you, thank you very much for kicking by. This has been Hybridsteel. If you have liked this video, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe and notification button below for all other updates, and I'll be back here with a brand new video live stream or whatever else I do on this channel. Until then, thank you very much for kicking by. I'll see you all in another one. Peace out, have fun and enjoy everything you guys do. Bye bye for now.